FIFA.
Welcome back to Sunrise today. Well, now we'll be talking sports. Peterside that joins us this morning. Thank you for coming on today.
Thank you so much, Chamberlain. Good
Let's
morning.
get a quick take on the match. The semi-final matches, as a matter of fact. First, it was Brazil. Shocking. They didn't turn up on that day of that match. And then you had another fantastic one yesterday.
Well, yesterday's game wasn't fantastic to me. I think they were just careful. After what happened there,
who wants to be beaten 6-1?
Exactly. If you watch the game, you will see that they all restrained themselves. No one wanted to come out and play because no one wanted to be hammered. And I'm happy for Argentina. You know, I'm happy for Argentina for in a long time. The last time they got this was when Mario Campos and Maradona them won the World Cup because of Messi. You know, Messi is a genius. You know, we want him to be there with the Maradonas of this world and Peles of this world because I think he deserves it. That's why I want them. And I think they would win it. Against Germany. I think so.
Tactically disciplined Germany.
It's the final. The finals doesn't have rules. It's just one game to the cup. So we just play. No, in the history of the World Cup, we've never had an entertaining finals. Never, because you don't want to entertain. You have 90 minutes to write your name in pebbles. So it's not always beautiful football.
But don't you think that Germany, by now, they're used to the South American flair, their style of play, so they can take them off?
No, they're machines. We've only called them the German machines. They are like, you know, rigid. They just want to go kill you. And, you know, at the point when they were leading Brazil 4-0, 5-0, and I'm like, can't somebody just beg them? You know, this is a nation. You're playing in their country. You're beating them 4-0, 5-0. And they kept coming. They wanted to score 10 goals. Everyone wanted to write his name on goal. It was just unbelievable. I put something on my tweet yesterday and I said, imagine it were Nigeria. You know, the players wouldn't come back. They would stop them at Rio. They would be waiting for them at the airport to stone them. It's unbelievable. You know, it was I pitied them. You know, wow. You wonder what the coach would say at halftime.
And this was the same Germany that Ghana almost beat.
Oh, exactly. Even the U.S. they struggled to beat U.S. They struggled to beat Ghana. They struggled to beat Algeria.
Wow.
You know, we have always said that there's this loophole with the Brazilian team, and no one took note because they were playing with passion, sang national anthem, crying. But after the national anthem, you have to play. There's this weakness about the Brazilian team that Germany exploited.
Wow. Okay, let's get to this other matter. Making the front lines today. I mean, all over the place now. FIFA suspends Nigeria. It means no competition for us.
It is wrong. You know,
it's wrong.
Yes, it is very wrong. I think FIFA got it wrong this time. We were an advocate of doing right things, and I got the letter from FIFA. I want to read something to you, Chamberlain. It says the FIFA Emergency Committee has decided today, 9th July, to suspend the Nigerian Football Federation with immediate effect on. That's where they got it wrong. On account of government interference. Article 13. Paragraph 1 and Article 17, Paragraph 1 of FIFA say oblige members association to manage their affairs independently with no influence from third party. Now the question is, who is the third party? You understand? We've had instances where government intervened or interfered with our football, and those of us that are pundits will refuse. We say this is wrong. But in this case, an individual, Baribote, that's his name, an individual took the FA to court. An individual. The mistake they made, the mistake the FA made, immediately he took the FA to court, they should have sent his name to FIFA. Because this is not government interference. This is an individual grievance.
Who should I send the name? The government?
Yes, the FA.
Okay.
The FA or the Ministry of Sports should have immediately sent his name to FIFA and said, this young man is taking the association to court. Deal with him. What they would have just done was to ban Baribote for life. Or you give him 30 years. Now, if you give him 30 years, you ban him for life. Even if the court tells him to get involved in football, he can't because there's a FIFA ban. And that's the big mistake.
What if FIFA considers the court's action or the court's verdicts, irrespective of the party that took it there,
no,
as
that's
government
what I'm saying.
Interference?
That's why is that government interference? It's judiciary interference. It's different.
Third arm of the government.
No, but now we have a constitution in the country. We have a law of the land. Now, if you were the sports minister, what would you do? There's a court order, judiciary order, mandating you. We have rule of law. There's mandating you. You understand that there is a court case pending. This is the decision of the judge of the appeal court. What would you do as a minister of sports? You have to obey the laws of the land. The laws of the land, because you're a minister, you're a serving government official, you need to obey the laws of the land, which is what he did and reacted to the court order. This is as clear as all that. What they should have done, okay, now, but FIFA is saying that they constituted a committee and all that, but no, that's
emergency committee.
An emergency committee. Now, again, this was the order from the court. Like I said, the mistake they made, submit Barry Bote's name to FIFA and said, this is not government interference.
Yeah, but will FIFA have considered it as the individual, even if the FA or the government submits it?
I think they would have, because now, look at what the law says. The law says that you take, if anyone has a grievance, what the person should do is to go to arbitration panel, which is in Zurich. So what Barry Bote should have done was to go to the arbitration panel, because it's a football matter, and say, look, I was unjustly treated here. Look at my case. Then the court of arbitration will decide on Barry Bote's case and say, okay, we've looked at it, you were wrongly kicked out. Then they will come back to the F and say, reinstate him. You know, finish and clear, we say there. That's what it should be. But because what he has just done, he has put Nigeria in disrepute, you know, because of maybe his selfish interest. In this one case, a lot of people have said ministry intervention. If you look at the constitution, this is not government interference.
But FIFA was citing Article 13, paragraph 1, and Article 17, paragraph 1 of the FIFA Statutes,
that says,
which oblige member associations to manage their affairs independently and with no influence from third parties.
I agree.
So, but not necessarily government now. So third party could be government or this individual taking them to court.
Now, who is the third party? You need to look at who is the third party. Third party is Barry Bote. Now, government should submit the name of Barry Bote and say, we're not involved in this. This is the young man that is involved in it. Call him to order, suspend him. Don't suspend us, we're not interfering. Now, what they're saying that they tried to set up an emergency board to rule but that's what the court says. The court says that the senior civil servant should manage the affair until this is resolved. That's what the court says. Remember, even as Nigerians, we're not ruled, in the country is not ruled by FIFA laws. The country is ruled by the constitution of our land.
But remember, we argued this before several times when FIFA, I think, banned Nigeria. At that time, yes, it was government interference.
Now you see,
that was different from this one. But isn't FIFA trying to say, look, if you've got any disputes, it has to be the Confederation of Court of Arbitration for Sports?
It's simple. So why did the young man go to the court of law
and not
in arbitration? That's what we're saying. The last time there was an issue, I was involved with the team. I remember I spoke to the governor of Rivers State. He was in charge of the PTF and all that. Immediately they interfered. I called him. I said, this is wrong. This is pure government interference. Government has taken a decision. But in this case, you have to look at it clearly.
What if FIFA says that, look, yes, okay.
What would you tell the young man that is grieved? Even if FIFA says what? The man says, no, it's my constitutional right.
Couldn't he have gone to arbitration for sports?
That's what we're saying.
And not the courts.
That's the right thing to do. Now, FIFA should look at our case and say, a young man took the association to court, and the government is reacting based on the laws of the land. They have to call the young man to order, say, this is the wrong move you're making. You need to come to FIFA arbitration court. We will listen to you. Okay, if he says no, you ban him. You ban him anything to do with football like they do to Suarez.
Okay, so you're saying that FIFA's action, which is predicated on government action, and which in this case is also predicated on the decision by the court, is wrong.
It's wrong.
But what if FIFA comes up and says, okay, well, we may have written that Nigeria was suspended based on government interference. Now, even if it wasn't
directly... Government needs to defend itself. Government needs to do. The Minister of Sports.
By going to what? Application to FIFA. For sports.
No, go back to FIFA and say, okay, this is the court. This is the young man that took us, including us, the Minister of Sports, including us, to court. So we're all involved in this matter. It's the court of law of the land that is handling this. Call this young man to order, or we advise you to ban him.
What if FIFA interprets this article they cited as, or maybe the influence from third parties as whether it's government interference or individual interference?
No, but it's not stated there. We looked at it. I just read the same.
Third party is third party.
Third party. But if you come down, while they are charging the Nigeria, they said the NFF Executive Committee member of the FA Congress from running the affairs of Nigerian football was granted by a high court. Now, the said court compelled the Nigerian minister. The said court compelled the minister to appoint a senior. This is the court of law.
So they are aware of all of this?
No, they are aware, but now look at this, for example. What are we ruled by in this country? Not by FIFA laws. We're ruled by the laws of the land. Why would we not obey the laws of our land? What would you do? Now, would you expect the Minister of Sports to tell the court, I will not adhere to you? Would you do that? As a serving minister that upholds the constitution of a country, and there's a court order, you cannot do anything about it.
That's the question in a lot of people's minds. Even at that first time where they were saying government interfered, people did ask also, so are we saying we cannot even, our laws are ineffective when it comes to sports?
Yeah.
So how do we get out of this case now?
It is as simple as that. Call the young man to order. Tell him you are putting Nigeria in disrepute. We banish you.
But you have to, even if you banish him,
yes,
the court order has to be vacated.
FIFA, that's the key. Somebody must go to FIFA, present our case, and say it's not Nigeria. They bring the court papers. It is not the sports ministry that is involved. This is the young man that is causing the havoc. Ban him, because we have a law, because he's involved in football. Ban him as an individual. Give him 30 years. You can't handle any position. You can't be involved in sports. Even if he goes back to the court and wins a case, and now they says, okay, you'll be the FA president, he can't function.
So what if FIFA in this case, even after this presentation is made and they say, well, we can't do anything until the law changes? We can't do anything. What we will have to do now is to begin to interfere with our law courts. And it's unconstitutional. It's the judiciary. You can't go to the law, the court, and say FIFA said this now. Okay, because of football, let laws of the land. So everything we do here, FIFA controls us. The laws of the land, which party you vote for, which place you go to, we're being controlled by. No, we have a constitution in this country, and we have to respect the constitution. And the judiciary is part of the constitution of what we have here. You understand what I'm saying? There is a court order. It is not. This is not government interference. I'm an advocate of how you run football properly. So this appeal will now be with Court of Arbitration for Sports. Is that where we will appeal this matter, or back to FIFA? We will have to go back to FIFA, because to have suspended us is unjust. To have suspended us is unjust. Now, they're talking about the setting up the committees. It's even illegal to set up any committee, because by the court law, it says no one should get involved in football. People that used to be chairmen of football should not get involved. What you do, you tell the young man, withdraw your case. You ask the sports, the chairman of the association, you come back to your position and run football. If government do not want him, government knows what to do. All right. We will hope that they will eventually just move, and quickly too. Oh, they have to be before the 15th. Before 15th? Yes. Or else we'll just focus on the women. Hockey. No, hockey. No, squash. No, football. Basketball. There are just two sports. Generally, there are two sports in Nigeria, man. There's football and others. You know, yeah. Thank you for coming on this morning. Thank you for having me. Idah Peterside. We'll be back after this. Join us again. Thank you. Welcome back. Well, yes, we'll have to draw the curtains today on the program at this point. To thank you all for watching and for your comments too. We'll see you next time. I'm Chamberlain Oso.
Thank you. I'm Maokwe Ogun.
Many thanks. I'm Sulaiman Alede.